Flew to LA, hit rodeo. I been out here making queso. I buy all my shit in cash. They treat me like I'm moving. Yeah, yo, I go shopping by myself, so they know I don't need a nigga. But you know he breaking bread if you see me with a nigga. I rock shows by myself. Ain't no backup, ain't no help. Ain't no nigga put me on. Ho, I earned all my respect. When you hear my fucking name, know they speaking on the chimp. Everything that I done been through made me who I am right now. Stick 'em up, raise 'em up, raise 'em up. Drop it out in his fucking face. It's a start off. Gotta get my ass safe. Gotta make that ass shake. Gotta swipe the nigga cross over they hey. 30 inches, I'm gon' swing that shit. Copy me, I peep that shit. Hopping on my own, I ain't never tried to be a bitch. Ain't no chick alive who can knock me off my grind. Every hoe that came and tried, I here struggling, looking tired. Ay, going to school, breaking the rules. Patty LaBelle got a new attitude. Bought me a house, ice on my neck. Go to the hood, get my brain to rest. I see these haters, I don't complain. I must be popping if ain't on my name. Bitch, I'm a pimp, where's my cane? Ho, get too close and get slapped with the rain. Stick 'em up, raise 'em up, raise 'em up. Drop it out in his fucking face. It's a sawed off. Gotta get my ass safe. Gotta make that ass shake. Gotta swipe a nigga cross over. They hit the cow back. Stick 'em up, raise 'em up, raise 'em up. Drop it out in his fucking face. It's a sawed off. Gotta get my ass safe. Gotta make that ass shake. Gotta swipe a nigga cross so much they had to cow the back.
What's up, man? We back. We back like we never left, baby, and we back. We know that we're rejuvenated energy this season. We got a real cast. You know what I'm saying? We got a trio, a trifecta.
Oh yeah, we got LJM over there. She
Real hot girl shit. Real ass bitch, give a fuck.
Bobby Summer.
What Juicy say? Like,
Real ass bitch. Don't run from me.
Real ass nigga, give a fuck about a bitch.
Don't bully over you. We grown now, bro.
She a big old freak, it's a must that I hit. It's a hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit. Know she got it lit. Hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit. Yeah. Know she got it lit. Hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit.
Look, handle me? Who gon' handle me? Thinking he's a player, he's a member on the team. He put in all that work, he wanna be the MVP. I told him ain't no taming me, I love my niggas equally. Fucking 9 to 5 niggas with that superstar deep. Fuck the superstar nigga, now I got him far link. I called a Jake to get that nigga, I told him call, don't send no text. And don't you tell him you with me when they be asking where you at. I can't read your mind, gotta say that shit. Should I take your love, should I take that dick? Got a whole lot of options, cause you know a bitch poppin'. I'm a high girl, so you know when shit's stoppin'.
Real ass nigga, give a fuck about a bitch. It is what it is, this some false bitch. She a big old freak, it's a must that I hit. It's a hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit. Know she got it lit. Hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit. Know she got it lit. Hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit.
Who a how to be? Who got a lot of D? Who poppin' like a P when he be hopping out the V? And who gon' tell him that my bitch is getting her degree? And when we say it's hot girl summer, we ain't talking about degrees. Who won't follow me? Like who don't follow me? Cause even in your new bitch, I can see a lot of me. And honestly, I'm on it cause that shit be comedy. You ain't put me in no brands, but I see you proud of me. I'm just a real ass bitch. Give a fuck about a trick. I'm some real ass shit. And we really with this shit. Put this pussy on your lip. Give a fuck about the dick. I get that and then I grab my shit and then I do.
Real ass nigga, give a fuck about a bitch. It is what it is, this a 5-star dick. She a big old freak, it's a must that I hit. It's a hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit. Know she got it lit. Hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit. Know she got it lit. Hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit.
Look, college girl, but a freak on the weekend. Eat that dick up even when I'm going vegan. He be tripping on me and I know the reason. I gotta break up with my nigga every season. Real high girl shit, ayy. I got 1 or 2 days. If you seen it last night, don't say shit the next day. Let me drive the boat, ayy. Kiss me in the pros, ayy. It go down on that brown, now we going both ways. I can't read your mind, gotta say that shit. Should I take your love, should I take that dick? Got a whole lot of options, cause you know a bitch poppin'. I'm a high girl, so you know when shit's stoppin'.
Real ass nigga, give a fuck about a bitch. It is what it is, this some 5-star dick. She a big old freak, it's a must that I hit. It's a hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit. Know she got it lit. Hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit. Yeah. Know she got it lit. Hot girl summer, so you know she got it lit. Yeah.
Got a whole lot of options, cause you know we got it.
That's exactly what they said.
Whole lot of options, cause you know we got it.
so negatively, you know, because the expectation of what we want is not always what we have. You know, and that leads to us like, yeah, and it takes you down a rabbit hole like, oh, my life not going in the right direction. I ain't got no gas money to put in my car. My bills late.
Work out. I broke up with her, it ain't work out.
You just be like, oh man, I'm so
look, my new work like the workout. Work out. She in the mirror trying to work out. Like work out. Look, pole dancing. Pole. Yeah. Look, pole dancing. Pole dancing. Pole.
Yeah.
La, what's up? Girl, I don't need you, I just want you. She said I need to tell you something. Boy, look, boy, I'm a freak, but I'm a woman. Hold up, she used to be my favorite cheerleader. I ain't mad, cause she's a paralegal. With a bag, say Chanel on her purse. She ain't playing with these hoes. I'm in hell in my blunt. She keep playing on the pole. What you know, girl, you got a vibe. Private show, she gon' show after 95. I just wanna lay you up, I just wanna lay some pipe. She get paid for Fashion Nova, so she need a stomach tight. Fucking ride, pole dancing. Her DMs full of you niggas who got no chances. My DMs full of you bitches and some broke rappers. Hold up, I digress. Fix two birds with just one pitch. She need DN, can't find Jim. I told her work out. I broke up with her, it ain't work out. Oh look, my new word like the workout. She in the mirror trying to work out. La, pole dance. Pole. Look, pole dance. Pole dance. Work out.
He said, I heard all of the best things in life come to you for free. I say, baby, I know you ain't never met no bitch like me. He said, I heard you about your money, I ain't think you was a freak. I invited all these bitches and they popping it for me. Work out. I took his money, then I burnt that. Ayy, skirt out, fucking with me, you gon' get turned out. Yeah, work that. Now bend it over, blow your back out. Make him tap out, bow. Ayy, loving my pimpin', he made me his lady. I'm driving a Porsche with a bitch named Mercedes. All of these niggas be begging for pussy, ain't giving it to him, I'm making them pay me. I'ma finesse him and I'ma romance him. He got in his pussy and shook like a dancer. I need a boo with a real big old rooster to come to the coop and then ruffle my feathers. Work out. I took his money, then I burnt that. Ayy, skirt out, fucking with me, you gon' get turned out. Ayy, work out. Now bend it over, blow your back out. Make him tap out.
La, pole dance. Pole. Look, pole dance. Pole. Hey.
For one, did this shit 11 years ago. I guess that they ain't hear me though, but they gon' hear me now. Hell of you can take a bow. Came a long way from taking trips to make $1,000. Selling out a vacant house, now the fam I make them proud. Loyalty around me, snake niggas ain't allowed. And I can't keep fucking with somebody that just weigh me down. Fuck what a nigga say, and how a hoe feel. Listen to these dumbass rappers, y'all just gon' blow skrill. Used to cop a pound or two, then I cop the whole field. Selling to David, now I call him David Copperfield. Get a lot of love, but I'm moving with them choppers still. Bill legit, but a few view me as a monster still. Probably met the other side of me, that side that could get a nigga touch simply with a smile and win. Used to wear 10 chains, now it's just a diamond link that's worth more than all 10. They choosing when we fall in. Grab my kids, my clear coats with all 10s. Used to grab a taped up Max spoon with.
Bitch, I'm a savage. Yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty. Yeah. Hacking, stupid, what's happening? Bitch, what's happening?
Hips tick tock when I dance. On that demon time, she might start her OnlyFans. Big B and that B stand for bands. If you wanna see some real ass, baby, here's your chance. I say left cheek, right cheek, drop it low and swing. Texas up in this thing, put you up on this game. I be parking my frame, gang, gang. If you don't jump to put jeans on, baby, you don't feel my pain. Please don't give me hype. write my name in ice. Can't argue with these lazy bitches, I just raise my price. I'm a boss, I'm a leader. I pull up in my two-seater, and my mama was a savage. Nigga got this shit from Tina, I'm a savage. Yeah.
Classy, bougie, ratchet. Yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty. Yeah. Hacking, stupid, what's happening? What's happening? Bitch, I'm a savage. Yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty. Yeah. Hacking, stupid, what's happening? Bitch, what's happening? Like Beyonce, like me. He want a bitch like the stallion with the knees. He be like, damn, how that thing moving in the jeans. Ay, even D4L couldn't do it like me, like me.
Ooh, I done got this body ready just for you. Girl, I hope you don't catch me messing around with you. Talking to myself in the mirror like, bitch, you my boo.
I'm the shit, ooh. I need a mop to clean the floors, too much drip, ooh. I keep a knot, I keep a watch, I keep a whip, ooh. Let's play a game, Simon says I'm still a bitch, ayy. I'm still a bitch, yeah. I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet, yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty, yeah. Hacking, stupid, what's happening? Bitch, what's happening? Bitch, I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet, yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty, yeah. Hacking, stupid, what's happening? Bitch, what's happening?
Alright, they asking for the queen to buy some cameras in here. I'm a bad bitch, she's a savage, no comparison here. I'ma flip my hair and look back while I twerk in the mirror. All this money in a room, think some scammers in here. I'm coming straight up out that third. I whip the whip like I stirred it. Wood grain, we swerving, keeping his mind all on these curves. Coop fly like a bird, cold on him like birds. Always keep my word, no I don't do crosswords. Sell you in and ride him like them hot girls, them hits. I hop that shit the way I hopped out and slid. I pop my shit, now watch me pop up again. I mop the float, now watch me sweep up these M's.
I'm savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Sassy, moody, nasty. Hacking, stupid, what's happening? What's happening? Bitch, I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Sassy, moody, nasty. Hacking, stupid, what's happening? What's happening?
I'm a savage. It's the stallion and the bee. H-Town going down.
Am I tripping? Hold on.
Imagine niggas lying by shooting the real bitch. Just to save face for rapper niggas you chill with. Imagine me giving a fuck it was your fucking birthday. You on your feelings, I just thought it was another Thursday. Now imagine me cop blocking niggas on some dry shit. I don't want you on a bitch, believe you wouldn't have been invited. And if it wasn't for me, same week you'd have been indicted. You all I am not to talk, I guess that made my friend excited. Now y'all in cahoots, you a pussy boots. You shot a 5'10" bitch with a 22. Talking about bones and tendons like them bullets wasn't pellets. A pussy nigga with a pussy gun in his feelings. Okay, he in the backseat and he keep calling me a bitch. We all know the shit I coulda came back with. He talking about his followers, dollars, and goofy shit. I told him you're not popping, you just on a remix. Now here we are, 2020, 8 months later, and we still ain't got no fucking justice for Breonna Taylor. Any nigga on that nigga side is a clout chaser, a bitch who he fucking or a hoe that he paying. Imagine me. Imagine me entertaining you fucking goofy ass niggas and you fucking goofy ass bitches. Who you taking shots at, goofy ass nigga? Keep your broke ass out of rich bitch business. And they go for you bitches too, that's trying to get picked. Talking shit, I slide on you thinking that you slick. Oh shit, it's a lot of weak niggas in this bitch. They confused, they hate me, but watch my videos be they dick. Who a snitch? I ain't never went to the police with no names. I thought a bitch that got her chance, that's called a loss, had something to say. Hey, I be speaking facts, they can't handle that, they want me to be the bad guy, let me put my mask on. I was chose, I ain't asked to be this motherfucking cold. Still the brightest star, and not just the ones that's up in this rose. Keep it pimpin' always, actions do the talking. I know you want the clout, so I ain't saying y'all name. Oh, you out here ballin', huh? Who you get that money from? 10 toes down for whoever get the petty, huh? I be so content cause I know I'm a real bitch. And anything I say, I'm never scared to repeat it. You think I was a killer, how did
And I'm trying to figure out why I'm not making any money, and it goes about your energy. So one thing you have to realize and what you really need to look into is your energy is like a tuning fork, right? And when it came to a tuning fork, I learned this lesson on this journey because when I went and I got Reiki. is it Reiki? Reiki. That's how you say it. I got Reiki. And when I was getting Reiki, it was similar to what you were talking about. See, that was my ancestors. It was similar to what we were talking about. When Sterling said the stress, it sits on your shoulders, right? So when I was getting the Reiki done, the girl, she had a little wand. It was a crystal. I can't remember the name of the crystal right now, but it was a silver looking crystal. And she was speaking and she was saying that it felt like I had bags on my shoulders. And she was like, you know the term bag lady. She's like, you're carrying a lot that isn't your responsibility. And one thing that I realize in life is like people will try to go and place their problems upon you. They will try to make their issues your issues. Like if they act crazy, then it's like, oh, well, you know, you gotta understand that. No, actually, I can understand, but I don't have to respect it. I can understand, but I don't have to accept it into my world and into my hemisphere. That's not something I have to do. And then I started talking to my uncle, Ravenwolf, and he is a Reiki master. And when I was talking to him, he's also a musical genius, mad talented. He is the one who put me on to the tuning fork analogy, right? And he was saying it's your tuning fork. You have to find your frequency. And that's what abundance is. Abundance is nothing but a frequency, right? And when you tune in to your frequency, that's where you have to stay. It's like finding the right pitch, you know, when you're learning your pitches and you're hitting the piano keys and, you know, you're trying to match your voice to the piano keys. You're trying to find that right pitch. That's what you want to do with your energy. You want to set your frequency to the right pitch that functions for you. Again, you can never apply anyone else's method to your madness by any means. You can't do that, and I would not recommend you to do that. However, what you can do is you can tune into your own frequency so you put yourself in a position where you're not competing or resisting. Okay? One, the only competition you should have is your older self. You should not be comparing yourself, because comparing or seeking for validation is a violent act against oneself, as well as you shouldn't resist, because what are you really resisting? Because nothing out here is really real. If you think about the grand scheme of things, everything that's out here right now, it was a thought that was formulated by someone else, and then other people just put belief into that thought to make it real. That's what's really going on. So when you realize that you won't go and get aggravated by certain situations and you decide to let certain things go, that's you releasing that stress, that's you putting those bags down. And then you want to get deeper into your decision-making process, right? Because as they say, you are where you are in your life based off the decisions you have made. So if each choice you have made led you to this place, when you make decisions, you really have to stop and think, what are my intentions? So figure out what your intent is before you make the goals. See, I think that's what happens is like we get all these goals, right? We'll come up with all these goals that we want and all these tasks to do, but then we forget, well, what is the intention behind these goals, right? And when you make your intentions, here's the important part. You have to feel that intention. And when you feel that intention, you have to make sure that you're feeling everything deeply. And then you make the decisions. As they say, magic is in the heart. It is not in the mind. You cannot apply logic to magic. That's why it will never work. You have to utilize your magic through how you feel. And that's what resonates with you deeply. You shouldn't do anything that doesn't resonate with you. As Sterling was saying about that stress, bro, you wake up every day and go to a job you hate. And why? Because you are telling yourself that you have to get up and go to this place that you hate. Just think about if you switched that dial and told yourself how you can be great and told yourself that you could go and chase your dreams, and you actually started putting the work in to chase your dreams because that was your intention, because you felt that. Where do you think you would be right now? You know, like really, really think about that. And I think it's even in the 48 laws of power. It's either rule 2 or 10, whichever. You know what? That's your homework. Go read it. But one of the laws states about putting yourself around certain types of energy. You do not want to put yourself around certain type of energy, because that will leak and seep onto you, and then it will mess up your frequency. So then you're going to have to go and tune yourself again, that tuning fork. And then you have to come up with mechanisms on how to tune yourself to stay in that abundance, right? Because again, I was sad. I was in a low place, and Sterling had to ask me. He was like, well, Bug, you know, in that chill, cool 107.3, the wave, everything is all right type of voice that he has. Well, Bug, what exactly are you doing to empower yourself? And what do you do in your idle time to honor book, right? And I had to think, and I was like, damn it, Sterl, I'm not really doing anything right now because I'm just on the go, right? I'm in what they call, quote unquote, grind mode. It's work, money, home. Work, money, home. Work, money, home. You feel me? And that's not, I wasn't doing anything for me. So guess what? It had to become work, money. Let's go for a walk. Let's challenge myself to actually trying to meet 10,000 steps a day because they say we're supposed to have 10,000 steps. We're supposed to walk 10,000 steps. And walking supposedly cuts obesity in half as well as it lowers depression, right? So I started doing my walking and I really started focusing on my meditation and really just being present with myself. That's me tuning my fork, right? That's me finding my frequency so I can get back in my center, which puts me back in my bag because then I'm flowing abundance into me versus repelling it outward like two magnets who aren't supposed to be touching are coming together. When you try to put two south ends together or north ends together and they repel, that's what I was doing with money. And it was all because of the thought I had. Because like Sterling, what he's saying, like, damn, I only got $5 to put in my tank. And it's $4 for some goddamn gas. Everything is going up except for my paycheck. Ain't this about a bitch? I got a dentist appointment. Got to pay for that. It's just on top of top. That T-Mobile bill, I don't know how many times I pushed it back. But the point is, it hasn't been pushed back. So. What message? Right. The T-Mobile be texting me. I just gave you some money. If you don't leave me alone. Oh yeah. Yo, it's gonna be late. You feel me? Y'all gonna get y'all money. I'm just saying, when am I going to get my reparations credit card? That's what I'm looking for, because that joint is black and unlimited. You hear me? Because I'm about to charge everything to that joint, including them student loans. Just go ahead and put that on that tab, too. Y'all ain't never seeing that money. I digress. So anyway, y'all have to remember that abundance is a state of mind, it's a flow, and it's a rhythm. And the magic is in your heart and not your mind. And that's the importance of the meditation. That's the other thing that my uncle was telling me. He was saying that, the flight instructions are the feeling that you feel when you meditate and when you go within. And I think that's why we get confused a lot too, because we're always looking to the external for answers, right? We're always looking to external people. Like, even if you're having like a real serious situation, you're going to call somebody else to tell them your feelings so they can validate your feelings. And instead of you just validating your feelings and moving forward and being like, you know what, I feel this way and this is what this is, and I don't need nobody's advice or anything else, but this is how I feel, and we gonna go with this. That's you following those feelings. That's you following them flight instructions. And again, it's them feelings. It's the same thing when you tell yourself, oh, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to this party, event, whatever. And then you second guess yourself. Well, if I don't go, you make up some whole scenario inside of your head involving somebody, maybe some tears and a crisis and the world ending because you ain't show up. But the reality is everything would have gone just as smooth if you would have stayed at home and did what you wanted to do in the first place. It would have gone smoother in your world and probably in the world on the outside. So, again, go with that feeling that's for you and stop doing that self-sacrificing, because the only one who you sacrificing is you. You're not sacrificing. It's not for the greater good. It's not for none of that. And also, don't hold on to things. That's the other part. Know when it's over. And if it's over, it's cool. We all know one thing that's involved in everything. It's called an ending. The ending is going to come. And now we might not know how the ending is going to come, but we know it's coming because it's an ending, right? So accept the ending, because once the ending is there, you know it's going to be a new beginning. So just remember that and always try to switch your mindset, but also tune in to yourself. Remember, you are a tuning fork. That is my power. Also, to let you all know, I've officially started my life coaching services. I got my first client, all great things. So if you are out there in the world and you feel like you need a life coach, because I'm only going off a referrals basis, I'm not broadcasting this, but this podcast is linked to my life coaching service. So if you want to get in touch with me for that, you can contact me at LJM Inc. That's ELJAYEM Inc. at Gmail. If you feel the need to start this process, we do accept insurance policies, so you do not have to come out of pocket. Look at that, y'all. Service with a smile and no money involved. We will charge the insurance companies. But seriously, you can follow me everywhere but home at LJM_LJM on Instagram, Twitter, all of those great things. And yeah, I hope you all continue to have a very prosperous day. Walk in your purpose, stand in your square, maintain your power. And we're going to go ahead and switch this back on over to positive energy and A Phil, y'all, the man who shows you that he can recreate himself as many times. And you should take heed, too. Don't stay stagnant, y'all. Grow. And that's positive energy.
So can I be like on Charlie Brown and just pay you for a therapy session? Like $2? Yo. Hey, that was a very, very powerful message.
Oh.
I would have to say like that. LJ, hey girl, that was powerful. Hey girl. Yeah, hey girl. That was really, really
that
powerful.
Was deep.
I felt that in my soul right there. I said it's gonna be a new beginning. I told him it's gonna be a new beginning every season. You know why you can't be a goddamn client. First of all, we ain't got enough holy water to even put on you, to bathe you in, nigga. That's first of all. No, but yes, we're back. We new topic. So y'all know me. I'm just giving my opinion. My opinion, this Kevin Samuel situation. Okay, so basically, personally, on how I feel, everybody felt like this man had a lot to say. Some people felt like he downgraded and degraded and pushed women under the bus and so on and so forth. Anything that could be negative tied with him and women, people felt like that. And then some people, like me, feel like he just gave you the raw truth, whether you like it or not. And whether we like it or not, in this world, there's a such thing as classism.
Mm-hmm.
There's a such a thing as racism. There's a such thing as
sexism.
Ageism. It's all of the above.
Heightism.
Slimism. But so with that being said, him giving his honest to God opinion and living life how he chose to live it shouldn't really bother another person. If you don't feel that way about you, then why would you allow someone else to say it? And that's the form. I mean, you take on the energy that they feel towards you.
Mm-hmm,
like that man had his own platform, his own show. No one ever had to call in and get advice from him. You can feel however you want to feel behind your own closed doors or in the world. Just because he felt like you were a 6 or a 5 and you didn't deserve a man who grossed 100,000, 200,000, or in his terms, a high value male. You know what I'm saying? That does not mean that you cannot have those things. He's just telling you from the world of looking at what we live in nowadays. Shit, the average guy can't talk to the average girl without having something to offer.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's far-fetched of what he's saying. As far as when women go to talk to men, I mean, he gave men the same scrutiny that he gave the women also.
He did.
I mean, I'm sure I could have called there. He probably would have called me a fat something. But, you know, I probably would have called him a feminine over. I mean, you know, but shout out to my dude, though. Rest in peace to him, because I fuck with Slickback Samuels, and that was my name for him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't agree with that man, and they felt like he was toxic. They felt like he was just disrespectful to women. And in all accords, like, don't ask for a person's opinion if you don't really want it. My mom always told me, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, then don't say it. And for the last few years, I've been the person that, you know what I'm saying, I won't say too much because if I ain't really got too much nice shit to say to certain people. But for the same token, if you ask me my opinion, and all my friends know this, they sitting in here, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. Whether you like it or you don't like it, I'm just telling you my truth. And there's nothing, if you respect it, you respect it. If you don't, then I'm not the person for you to be around. And that's cool too. But as far as, you know, Kevin Samuels, like my guy Future, we're going to get into talking to him. Like, you feel like they toxic people. They're really not, though, because you don't have to deal with them. You speaking up about it, you having your opinion on something that you don't have to deal with is making it worse for you. In my eyes, I don't know if that's, how do you feel about that? Like when people speak on things that they have nothing to do with or don't have to deal with.
They should, if you don't know, you should mind your business sometimes. Display, you should mind your business.
Thank you. But that right there was just for my guy. You should always be what?
Slow to give advice.
You should always be slow to give advice.
Because you don't, it's always three sides to a story. And that's what Kevin, that's shit. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't give a shit about who shot Joe because he borrowed from Paul. All them semantics ain't that. You getting off the story. The point is, I was like, oh, that was a nice pivot, you know, because that's what people do. They always got like some background story as to why they acting crazy, and who cares? That ain't the point. The point is that you acting crazy. It ain't about why you acting crazy. You are. He being crazy, and that's what he was.
That sounds like what a judge would tell you. A judge would tell you that in a heartbeat. Like, a situation may have occurred, but it's your reaction that really counts. So if you wouldn't have put yourself, even if you being there in the situation, it's on how you react that ended you up where you are today, and which is in front of me. I used to hear that so much, I'd be looking at the judge like, man, motherfuck you, cuz. Huh?
That was God though.
That was God though.
Yeah.
But
I mean, sometimes they come to, now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the one to utilize the court system as a channel or vehicle.
Yeah, because you tried to fight a East Cleveland clerk for a speeding ticket.
What?
Now.
You were to take me on as a client?
Oh my God! All right, we go. We.
I don't think that was it. I mean, granted, I ended up paying that speeding ticket because I
You
got
did?
my case pushed back. No, I pushed it back so much. I pay that. But yeah, all real talk. No, I did not. I did not pay that at all.
You tried to beat that lady up. I was there. I saw the look in your eyes. I know what I saw.
But again, it was the reaction though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, your reaction was real ghetto.
I was not ghetto.
You wasn't even speaking English that day.
I was speaking. I don't even know what day you.
What was she speaking? Spanish?
Yes, when she get mad, it goes to. You be like, what?
All right, so.
Okay. Okay, but no, to this Future album though, how do you? Let me ask y'all a question. How do y'all feel about Future, just as a whole?
I like him. I feel like he a player, you know. He make good music, you know. I don't got nothing to do with his personal life, you know, but you know, he makes some good music.
Why do you feel like people like to be so entangled with his personal life though?
I mean, because they pose it like that.
Entertainment.
Look at hip-hop.
Entertainment.
Niggas ain't got shit to do.
Right, my kids going around talking about Cardi B canceled. I'm like, who?
Cardi B's canceled. That's what you're.
How she
And
really?
the kid at your school?
Thirty graders are saying this.
Really?
30 graders are saying this. It's like,
Yeah, my.
so who are your fans? You know what I'm saying? Like, who are your fans really? And it's these kids, because kids don't have kids' music no more.
Exactly.
No.
We had
They got
Kids
hands on your
Bop
knees,
and-
shaking ass on my thigh shit.
My 8th graders came in there singing something. I'm like, do y'all even know what's happening right now? And they're like, you just like the words and the beats, Miss J. We're not really doing it. It's
But
just
see, that's the crazy thing. Like when we were growing up, that's the same thing we said.
we were listening
That's-
to the fucking Whisper song.
Wait till you see my
You remember that?
Dang.
So that's what I'm saying. Like when I was growing up, remember we used to tell our parents like,
That was
oh, we just like the
grade,
beat
yeah.
and whoop 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 and shit like that. And then like you know, us growing up in our era from like that late 90s, early 2000s. So that was like the beginning of trap music. So it's like to see that we all follow that path at one point in life. That's exactly why. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
the
goofy.
beat was knocking, you know what I'm saying? The words, the lyrics. Then you see the music videos, they got the rims, they got the hoes, that's our culture, but it's like it started off as when we was in first grade and we was listening to Puff and Mace, and you get what I'm saying? We were listening to the ODBs. What else kind of singing? They was a little bit more knowledgeable with their music as far as Wu-Tang go. But you know what I'm saying? The UGKs and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it was kind of imperative for us not to jump off into the dope game or, you know what I'm saying, jump into that trap world because this is what we were seeing. And now when I hear little kids, and for her to say like a second graders are running around singing Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B, it's like it ain't no mystery to why my 10-year-old son right now is in school having a fight with a little girl, like literally because she slaps him. He's like, quit putting your hands on me. She slaps him again. He hits her back. Now they're fighting because she likes him. You get what I'm saying? She talking. They get a whole argument. Her boyfriend mad at my son. Like y'all are in the 4th and 5th grade. What are you talking about?
I think, but isn't it a deeper thing here? I think the blame should fall on the parents, though, right? What they allowing their children to listen to and watch, right?
But it's like it's just like we talked about last season. How can we stop at a day?
You gotta take that.
They shouldn't have these until they're 18.
Man, you ain't never fucking lying.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie about that.
They shouldn't have these until they're 18.
Up here doing TikTok shit.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that shit.
Yo, my little student,
Yeah, my son 5. Yeah.
looked at TikTok. His ass was twerking on all fours, hands.
Who?
Talking about shake, 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 shake. But the thing is like it's really weird. I'm not on TikTok, but y'all know these videos. The way how they make the video,
Our influences.
Mm-hmm.
they make it in a way like bacon shake or like doing something like that, and you just see like kids shaking. Now again, they just doing something. They not thinking it on the level that we thinking it on.
Mm-hmm.
But still, what are you doing?
But it's just like for TikTok. Okay, so we talk about TikTok now. In China, you can't do that. You don't. Their algorithms won't go up for that.
Yeah.
Like you won't get high views for shaking your ass.
Right.
But over here, they will let all that nonsense go on.
But does that go back to the parents thing though? Because now they got it to where they have in the settings, you have the supervision to where you can monitor what your kids is watching on Instagram and TikTok and what's going down their timeline.
Respectable.
You see what I'm saying? So
Now we got one other problem.
what?
How many hours in a day can you supervise your kid?
That's why I said I don't think they should get to 18.
That's a good question.
Just think. I mean, just between me and you, how many hours in a day can you really supervise your kid? Because I know, like for sure, I don't exclude my boys out of this neither. But they listen to so much violent ass music. Like it make me look at them sometimes. Like this what y'all be into? You get what I'm saying? And it ain't to be funny neither. It's like, yeah, what y'all be into? I got one that's like always. He's middle school. He's about to go to high school.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to know more and more. He's trying to get out the house more now. You know, remember how I told you like last year, a couple years ago, kids just wanted to sit in the house. They want to play the game.
Yeah.
Now it's like, shit, I know there's something going on outside this door. And my friends be outside. My friends is getting into this. They going to that. They going to basketball.
Yeah.
They going skating.
Mm-hmm.
But I take my kids skating. They walk through the door. First thing they say is, "Hey, y'all staying here with these kids, right? Why? Because last week the kids got to fight, then the parents got to fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And this is 8 to 13 years old, so it's kind of scary to see what's coming next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's hard, man. And then you don't want your kid to be like a learn to not know.
Exactly.
In that
Yeah.
environment, just
Exactly.
shook. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, you want your kid to stand
I
on
need
their
my
own,
kids to
not
be
dead.
well-rounded and being able to understand how they can be around their own people
Mm-hmm.
and not so much be scared. But it's like I know everybody don't raise their kids like I do,
Yeah.
Exactly.
and I raise mine to be like, don't go around looking for trouble. Okay, like no trouble looking for it either. But if it comes to you, assess the situation, think before you react,
Mm-hmm.
and if one go, all of y'all go. Because I don't want to pull up and then I hear one guy jumped out and all the rest of y'all stand there. Because I'm jumping on the rest of y'all. That's me personally. I'm jumping on the other kids too. So it's just like we go get this understood.
That's how it was when we was growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nowadays it's like you got in middle school where out Euclid, boy, I'm trying to tell you, they got guns in school, out school,
Yeah.
like everything.
Video with kids, they had like at the rec center. Book bags full of guns.
Yeah, I seen that.
I'm like, man, what?
Talk about big glickies.
Yeah.
They had like 40, 50 guns in one book bag. One little dude walked up, man.
He had the machine.
Yeah, where's they getting the guns from, bro?
I'm like, man, what?
Yeah, I for sure know somebody walking around like that right now. Okay.
Personal experience one time where
Hold on. We gonna introduce Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
Mike,
Get the mic, Mike.
That's more sanitary.
Yeah.
Ain't that
Face all over that shit.
It's just my nose.
I can see right here still.
Yeah, Mike, get on the mic, Mike.
No, so one time, I'm good. My audio.
Yeah, you great.
It's one time I had this experience, man. It's crazy, man. I was smoking. I committed. I was blowing. Was getting on my car, heading to the gas station. It was early morning, and this guy was. He just gave me police vibes. You know what I'm saying? From everything I'm about to tell y'all. So I'm getting in the car, and he said, "Hey, man, you got some more of that?" I had my mask. I put my mask up, and I looked. He said something else. So he said, "Come here real quick." So I ain't think nothing. I walked up to the truck. He was in the Jeep.
Never would have.
Well, I wasn't tripping. I wasn't tripping at all because it was, and it's crazy because it was really the area I was in. You know what I'm saying? And I could read energy. You know what I'm saying? So I walked up to the truck real quick. I'm like, "What's going on?" And I get to the truck. I see the handle of a rifle sticking from by a seat. But I'm just playing cool. So I look at the seat, the inside, and I notice it's trashed. He had on gloves that had no fingertips. So I'm like, he said, "Hey man, you got some more of that, man? I need some." I'm like, "Nah, man, you know, I just smoke. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, my bad." He like, "You sure?" And he pulled out a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, hard. So he's like, "You want some of this? You know what I'm saying? Give me a blunt, and I'll give you some of this." And I'm like, "Bro, no, like I'm just smoking. You know what I'm saying? It's cool." Then he said, "What about this?"
He's trying to bait you in.
For the Draco. He was like, "I got a bunch of these brand new."
He's trying to bait you in. He's trying to bait you in and then get you to.
Yeah, but my whole thing is, because I can read situations. From what I took from that, because of my personal life experience, I took from that. If I would have took that, I don't think nothing would have happened.
No, it wouldn't.
I think I would have been able to drive away with that clean as day, and it would have been that.
And it would have just been there, that from there.
You see what I'm saying? My whole thing is, what if it wasn't somebody with my mindset? What if it wasn't somebody with my mindset? What if they like, I got nailed? Oh, for real, swear? And he'd have just drove off and let him have it. Because you know what's going to happen with it.
It's wild, though, because
you know what's going to happen with it.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Yeah, I am too.
So me after that,
when
I was
we were
like,
younger, we had a situation where it was a guy that we used to do some business with back then, and when you get to know these people, it kind of come out like that. He was a white gentleman, and you know, you get to know these people, you dibble dabble, do business with them. You get a little bit close to them, and you get to find out like what they really into, and that was something that he was into was guns, and like he'd get you whatever you needed.
Yeah.
So I don't put that past it.
But to see somebody at a recreation center, 14, 15-year-olds, you could tell by the build, these guys are 16 at the most, having police issue or military issue pistols with extended clips on them, brand new, switches and everything. Like, ain't no way.
Oh, you talking about the video? I thought you were talking about
for a 15 or a 16-year-old to get a gun that new, that clean, something ain't.
They dropping them off.
Somebody's dropping it off.
It's the same thing. It's the
Somebody.
same thing with the weed in the city here in Cleveland. I personally think it's the feds pushing weed into the community to do all that. I mean, but you all also have to think too. It could either be the feds or it could be somebody rich. Because I just finished watching the movie The Gentleman, and all of this could be a good ass movie. I like
The
that.
Gentleman, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Tom Hardy, yeah.
I ain't never seen it.
No, that was Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Great movie. But basically
The Lincoln lawyer Matthew McConaughey.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But yeah, and he played that role too. He was good. Actually, he was the bad guy. That's what was beautiful. But
He also played White Boy Rick.
He was bad and good.
I think didn't he play White Boy Rick?
He didn't play White Boy Rick.
He did.
he didn't know. White Boy Rick was alright, but the climax it was just anyway.
It was kind of weak.
It was weak. There was no climax to the movie. None at all.
But
White
back to
Boy
the
Rick was the
Gentleman.
dude from Detroit.
Yeah, the White Boy.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, back to the movie. It's like you have to look at the money, right? So if weed is about to become legal and everything else, right? Their main competition is the streets. So how do you take the streets out? You have to go and mess up the street market, and you have to flood
That's why
the
it's
streets.
bad.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why it's just like paying attention to how people are getting things and just how they try
That
to
makes
take out
sense.
the competition. Always makes
You get you flood the streets with this mediocre ass weed.
Correct.
You put it down to the price to where everybody can afford it,
Everybody.
and then you come in with your dispensaries or your stores that only they have access to, with all the high price chemicals and all the shit that you can put on the weed, and that's inside the store.
Try to boost it.
Yeah.
But you should know something is up. One, you should know something is up. If people, I'm just saying, this is what I hear on the streets through the grapevine of the streets. I have no close experience in this whatsoever. But niggas go and they hit you talking about, oh, I got bows for a bag.
Yeah.
What are we doing right now?
Yeah.
And then it be trash weed. And then on top of that, it's like niggas sending you pictures, all this other shit. And that's the other crazy thing. It's like that one Pooh Shiesty or whoever. Y'all niggas gotta be careful whoever trying to do this shit through this internet. That ain't the way to go.
in the world we live in today, in the world we live in right now, they don't care if you're building a case against them. They want to go to jail. The clout and the fame that these fools get off going to jail. Like a guy can come home from prison right now and get better treatment than somebody who's been on your been with you the entire time.
Yeah. It's not worth getting your ass whooped or getting raped in jail. It ain't worth that shit. It ain't worth that because you might go to jail to get that clout, but people on the street might not know you was in the.
You got to be soft, flat out. You got to be soft.
My little brother did 3. He came out and was like, bro, we was just chilling.
Nowadays, jail is like the playground when we was growing up.
He was like, I can't function out here.
All that playing and shit, that joking. I know people who go live every day.
Yeah, but it's institutionalized.
It's institutionalized.
He more comfortable in jail than out here.
Yeah, no, that's real though. But that's
and he only did 3.
You just think about it. He didn't have to worry about his meals. He didn't have to worry about his clothes.
And on top
or
of
his
that,
housing. And
it was structured.
It was structured. And he probably was a part of something where they had control of the situation as much as they could.
You're part of the group.
Yeah.
You got that sense of belonging.
Right.
Which is a human need.
Yeah.
Right? You want to feel like you belong and all of that. So I mean that's a very real thing. But institutionalism is foul. I know niggas who come home from jail and they be craving breaks. Like what's happening?
Yeah.
Break slap, bro.
No.
They do.
Well, guys, that right there was our time. They get to talk about good food in jail. No, I don't do that. So, y'all, I hope that y'all enjoyed y'all time with us today.
I mean, are you a part of the team? Sorry, I'm looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Introduce our people.
Okay. I got to do it?
Yes, you got the
Mike already got the mic. This is Mike right here. Mike, stand up and show the people on live who you are.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What's going on, y'all? Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at DJ65. And y'all will be seeing me from here on out. Nice tuning. Yeah. I posted your video, remember?
No, you ain't.
He talking about
No, that's just my DJ now.
Okay.
Oh, no.
He was looking at you. Like
You
was like,
6'5"?
I'm 6'5". Jesus.
No, not at all.
They making height different nowadays, ain't they? No.
With the kneecap extensions, you seen that?
You know that strip that you go to.
I can't wait to get a pair.
He's like, I can't wait to get a pair.
5'2", 5'3",
And we introducing our new intern engineer.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
I don't know which name you want me to call you. Phil.
Yeah.
You gotta come on over here.
You can feel the feel.
You can feel Bubba coming through the door.
Look at the wall. Look at it.
Ebony magazine link.
Yeah, we got a new intern engineer. So we are scaling up. We are doing big things. We are doing big things. Don't forget positive energy.
New merch in.
All new merchandise.
It's coming back.
I'm selling smell goods. If you need some, I'm the oil man.
Special fragrance coffee.
We got your holistic doctor in the building.
I'm just a hoe with holistics.
I said that right, bud? Right?
She's a holistic doctor though. I'm a hoe with holistics. But no, man, we thank y'all for tuning in, man. We have been having a lot of fun today, and y'all better tune in next week, okay? We're going to be back bigger and better next week, so everything will be set up. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is Hijynx Radio. Is it CLE at the end?
Yeah.
Hijynx Radio, CLE. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. What you want to say, Sterling?
I just want to leave with this, man.
Okay, that's what I want to
You
hear.
won't chop down look,
Talk to me.
you won't chop down a tree with one swing. So stop trying to move your problems in one motion. Take your time with them. Look at them as a grain of salt. Take it in, learn from them, and keep it pushing, man. And that's positive energy. And LA go wrap. Hey, Phil, wrap it up, baby.
And that's our time for Living Proof. Thank you guys for tuning in to Hijynx Radio, broadcast through the We Act Radio Network. I am your boy A. Phil. I'll see y'all next week at 6 o'clock.